If you hurt your partner, you lose the ability to control the consequences. You never have a criminal that's convicted and tells the judge the restitution that he's willing to make. Your partner has to determine what that restitution is and what that restitution looks like. I think it is wise and humble to be able to say to your partner, listen, I hurt you. I did it. I was wrong. Please forgive me and let me know the restitution that's needed to repair us. What does restitution look like for you?
Harsh truth I've had to learn as a man when it came to a lot of the women I've dated is that it don't matter how much you want to help her. It don't matter how much you want to help her out with her trauma. It don't matter how much you want to break her out of all her negative cycles and bad habits. It don't matter how bad you want to help her. Sometimes they want to just suffer. Sometimes they like the suffering. They want to keep suffering. And they're going to be combative towards you because you're trying to help them. That's really a harsh pill I've had to swallow. And it hurts, I'm not going to lie. I just be wanting to help for real.
You know, a lot of these modern women really don't understand that men are seeing the same thing over and over again. When I date this woman, it don't really matter if you're black, white, Hispanic. Men are seeing the same thing. And quite frankly, you're seeing it across different continents. You're seeing it in Asia. You're seeing it in Australia. You're seeing it here in the US. Might be seeing it in Canada. You're seeing it in South America. It doesn't really matter. In certain sects and portions of wherever region you're in, there's a certain agenda that is being pushed where these modern women are acting a certain way. Men are seeing that and saying, oh, I know where this is about to go. I'm out.
So many high-performing men come to me and they have these parts about their past that they're so ashamed about. It could be like not having enough dating experience. And they're carrying this huge, heavy weight. Sometimes they won't even date because they're so embarrassed about their story. When it comes to dating, it's not about where you were, it's about where you're at and most importantly, where you're going. And you're looking for a woman who can see that and aligns with the vision. Not someone who's going to judge you for your past. But the most important thing is that if you're judging yourself for your past, that's all someone else is going to see. You need to own where you've been and you need to stand so strong in where you're going.
Not surprised to have what? Been single for a very long time? Why does that come as a surprise? I find it very ironic that a lot of women talk about how they love being single, and many women find it to be empowering, except of course, oftentimes when another woman, so it seems, tries to insult another one by insinuating that there's something wrong with being single. Were you aware that there are thousands, if not millions of people who are very happily choosing to remain single? Also, most importantly, being in a relationship doesn't make any person any more valid or better than anyone else, and nor does being single make someone any less valid or worse than anyone else. It is really time for some individuals to give up this sort of antiquated thinking that a person is only a complete person if they're in a relationship. If that's how you feel about yourself, well, then I highly suggest that someone takes a hard look inside and determine why exactly someone would want to think that.
What do you do for a living?
I got my CDO license. I just finished that up. How old are you? 21.
What the is a CDO?
In shorter terms, I'm a truck driver.
I look like with a truck driver.
What you mean? What do you do for a living?
I'm a risk taker.
What's your type?
Millionaires.
Have you ever been with a millionaire?
No, but I'm gonna be.
Lord have mercy.
So you mean to tell me you would rather spend all of your good years chasing a millionaire other than taking a chance with a 21-year-old that has his CDL license, probably got his own crib, own car?
Yeah, I'm chasing a bag. If you're not a millionaire, then you're not for me. I know what I bring to the table.
What do you have?
Not a Target bag.
A lot of these modern women are feeling that men are not really investing. They're not engaged. The experience, the meeting, us being here on the date, it kind of feels flat, right? And while I understand, if you come out there, you should probably try to put your best foot forward, right? But you have to understand, men are reading you. They're watching you and they're saying, oh, here we go. Like you say something and a man is like, because y'all think y'all are the only ones that do that. And a man is saying, oh, here we go again. He hears a certain thing or he sees a certain thing, sees a look, maybe you're wearing something and you're like, oh, here we go again. It's going to be a long night.
I've been married for 20 years, with my husband for 25, and we have 5 teenagers. Here's some marriage advice that might seem a little bit strange. You need to pay special attention to all the things that annoy you about your partner. Now, hear me out. The best way to stop those annoyances from getting between you two is to turn them into humor. So pay close attention to the things about your partner that make you roll your eyes, that just get under your skin, that annoy you so much, and figure out a way to make them funny. My husband and I tease each other all the time about the silly little things that annoy us. Like, he always tells me, do you work for the light company, when I leave the lights on in the closet? And when he repeats his stories that he's told 1,000 times, I repeat them too, like they're a movie trailer, and it makes him laugh. What happens is the annoyance softens. It becomes an inside joke instead of a point of tension. You're still naming the thing that drives you crazy, but instead of creating distance, it creates connection. And in a long marriage, that shift is everything.
I'm not telling you I have a child if I don't see myself going on a second date with you. But I'm also not going to let you fall for me without you knowing I have a child. That there is emotional manipulation, and I don't play like that. I've been a single mom for 3 years now, and in the beginning, I quickly learned I am no longer dating just for me. I am considering who will be around my daughter. And unfortunately, we live in a world where some people don't like children, and then you have those creeps. Dating as a single mom can be so tricky because sometimes on that first date, they are asking you, so do you have any children? And I'm not going to lie about my baby. And that'll be your time to tell me if it's a deal breaker or not. And you're not going to hurt my feelings because at the end of the day, my child does come first. If you don't like her, I don't like you.
You have a lot of steady guys, a lot of regular guys, a lot of average guys out here that are continuing to get overlooked because you would prefer, and it's like I talked about in some other commentary, you want a guy that's chaotic, that's up and down. You want a guy that, and I'm laughing about it, but I'm not really joking. You want a guy to beat you upside the head. A guy that you got to run out the house 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, run down the street, beat down your neighbor's door. That's the type of guy that you got to call the freaking police to get that man about it. They got to take that man to jail. He's a criminal. He's a criminal. And that's the type of stuff these modern women want.
My phone is broken. Maybe I could get your number in it to fix it. Can I get my phone's broken. I need your number in it to fix it.
Does that usually work with people?
Yeah, but I mean, you're cute. You got that. Yeah.
Here's some advice for you.
Okay.
Just be yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Be confident.
Okay.
Don't go say lines like that. Like, it sounds like you just looked up lines from ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Let her restart.
Restart. Okay.
Restart.
Hi, I'm Gabby.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Can I get your number?
No.
Why?
Because you're American. I don't give.
The difference between nice guys who don't get girls and the nice guys who actually get girls is the process of being a little mean and taking action. For example, if you ask her if she's eaten today and she goes, oh, well, I had iced coffee and an almond. The girls don't like nice guys dude he's gonna go, aw, you should eat something. Meanwhile, the guy who's actually worth a is gonna hear that she didn't eat anything and say, okay, get up, we're gonna go get food. Being mean and taking action is still doing the actually nice thing. Because God forbid you show a little bit of assertiveness when it comes to caring for your girl's health. I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want to. This is why she doesn't like you. Because you're about things like this. You should eat though. She knows that. Do something about it. Take action.
But it hurts to me that I keep working so hard and come home to have to deal with more problems.
Excuse me, Mrs. Carter. Your husband is talking.
You only work one job.
Mrs. Carter, that's never going to work in a marriage. Trust me. If you don't give him the respect of allowing him to express his feelings, that's not going to work.
Right.
Mr. Carter, what are you explaining?
I want her to stop treating me as if she's my mother and start treating me as if I'm her partner. I'm tired of having to just keep coming home and dealing with badgering, and no motivation of how was your day or what happened or are you okay?
This is a conversation that one has way before they get married.
Well,
this is a conversation that you have before you get married, because the way you budget your household is not the way he budgets his household. And you're taking on more of a burden because this is the way you set up your household. And your husband is not at that maturity space. That's not how he does it. But guess what? You're forced to do it now because there's a baby involved.
I think these modern women really understand that a lot of times a man is watching you. So, you're going to be asking why a man is not wanting to commit, why a man is not wanting to do a lot of things, right? It's because you've decided that you're going to act a certain way. You're going to treat people a certain way. And at that point in time, he's like, why would I be involved in that? So you have to understand, and you have to look at, how do I present myself? A lot of you guys are fantastic at looking great. You know, I got my hair done, my nails done, lashes and all that stuff. But then when you actually get to know somebody, it was kind of like, I don't really want to move forward with this person anymore.
As a former simp, these are 3 things I did in my last relationship that I will not be doing in my next relationship. Number 1, I'm not going to take over any of your bills or add you to any of mine. Meaning I'm not going to add you to my car note. I'm not going to add you to my cell phone bill to help you out with that. You had those bills before you met me. You can continue paying those bills. Number 2, we will not be living together if we are not married. That's the I'll do right now. Clock it. Yeah, clock that. We not living together. We not married, period. Number 3, I will not be a 100% provider again. I will not be a 100% provider again. There was no benefit to doing that to someone that I was not married to. Let me know if y'all want a part 2.
When you test a guy in a relationship, you're not finding his bad side, you're creating it. It's hard to scroll very far on TikTok without seeing a million different types of tests that you can do on a guy to see if he's up to snuff, if he's committed, if he really likes you. But it's a horrible litmus test. It's like poking a hole in a boat to see if it sinks. Because you aren't finding his true self. You're creating unnatural conflict and proving yourself right when he reacts like any normal person would. Now, to be clear, I don't think that just sitting back and observing a guy's behavior is a test. If you want to see if he tips the waitress and make your decision based on that, that's just an observation. A test is when you create a fake scenario, like accusing him of cheating when you don't really think he did just to see how he reacts, or paying someone to slide into his DMs to see if he takes the bait. And of course, this stems from anxious attachment, where it's not enough for a guy to show you his love and commitment gradually over time like a healthy person would. You want undeniable proof right now, immediately, and you'll do anything to get it. The sad part is a lot of women think that they're emotionally mature when they do this, because playing these sorts of head games gives you this like psychological high horse to stand on where you feel like you have leverage over the relationship. But it's actually really emotionally immature because you're not recognizing that the problem is originating in your own head. If you feel the need to test a guy, consider it a red flag. Not about the guy, but about where your own attachment style might be leading you astray.
We've also got the problem that the men that do look good, that are high value men, that took care of themselves no matter what their age are, they're dating women 2 decades younger.
And if they got this on top of looking good, it's game over.
That's what I mean by high value. They're successful, they take care of their body, they look good. They're not looking in the pool of the 50-year-old women. They're dating, and I'm not saying this, I'm just stating the facts. I'm not trying to, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just stating the truth of what's happening and why women end up finding it very, very difficult. Because the men that they should be matching with are dating 30-year-olds.
They say if she can pay her bills without you, she ain't gonna listen to you, bro. Well, that's not true. If you give her something money can't buy, watch how fast she follows. Most men think the only way to lead a woman is through her pockets. That's a broke man strategy. Real leadership ain't financial. It's energetic. It's spiritual. It's the way you carry yourself under pressure. It's the way you make decisions when everybody else is panicking. It's the way you lead without yelling. It's the way you provide peace, not just bills. You see, women with their own money ain't looking for just a wallet. They're looking for a man. They're looking for somebody who challenges them, somebody who sharpens them, somebody who's been to places, read more books, seen more things, and can teach them something they couldn't learn alone. That's the type of man a high-value woman willingly submits to, not just because he's controlling, but because he's worth listening to. Most men can't get that woman because they ain't built themselves into that man yet. They want a queen with the energy of a king they haven't even become. Stop trying to overpower her and outgrow her. The right woman ain't intimidated by the man who outlevels her. She's attracted to him.
If a man is testing you instead of choosing you, listen carefully. Men don't test women that they want to choose. They test women that they're unsure about or already know that they don't want to commit to. Not to choose her, but to justify not choosing her. Because when a man sees long term, he doesn't play games, he protects connection. And here's the part women miss. These tests aren't unconscious, they're quiet evaluations. Testing looks like mixed signals. Hot today, cold tomorrow. Pulling back to see if you'll chase. And doing the bare minimum to see if you'll accept it. And here's the part women miss. These tests aren't about compatibility. These tests are about convenience. He's watching. Will she over-explain? Will she lower her standards? Will she still stay if I give less? If you pass these tests, he doesn't respect you more. He just learns that he doesn't have to step up. A man who wants you doesn't see how much you'll tolerate. He shows up with consistency so he doesn't lose you. If you feel like you're being tested, he's already decided that you're temporary. Peace and love. Like and follow.
When you dealing with a woman and she tell you about the last guy, if this guy seems like the alpha male, he seems like he seems like that guy, then you are more likely the sucker. Women date the opposite of what they leave. So if a woman leaves you and you a simp, the simping ran her away, so she gonna go into the arms of a player. She gonna go into the arms of what she feel like she was missing, that alpha man, masculine player energy, right? If you are a guy, let's say like me, when a woman, 9 times out of 10, and when a woman leave a guy like me, they date down and they date guys that's more safe for their emotions, simp like this. So what this chick did was she dated down to a guy who was more safe and suckerish. But usually that's short-lived because the guys who are more safe are usually more simpy and suckerish and do like this. And so they get a reality check and say, oh, what the am I doing? Let me go back and play with the big dogs, what I'm used to. So always remember that. Listen to the ex. And if the ex is the player, right, if the ex was that dude, you got to learn how to sift through the lies. Learn to sift through the lies and like that. But if the guy seems like a simp or overbearing like that, she more than likely view you as a guy who's, masculine and playerish. But if the guy was, playeristic about it, when she's rebounding, she's going to be looking for a safer option because she don't want anything that reminds her of that what she just left.
If you are interested in a man who is considered a nice guy, be careful. Here's why. There is a major difference in a nice guy versus a good guy. The nice guys, 99% of the time, their personality is fake so that they can get something that they want. You will notice common characteristics in them: saying yes all the time, being super easygoing, never setting boundaries or speaking their mind. Even if they are not trying to get something out of you, what will happen is resentment will build up in them and they will hate you and be angry at you for them not being able to speak their mind and say what they need. A good guy, this is the type of guy that you want to go for. He is the one who is led by his integrity, by his values, and his morals. He is genuinely a good man. You will notice characteristics about him. He has no problem setting boundaries. He speaks his mind. He has self-respect and self-love. He is able to love you fully. Do not date a nice guy. Instead, choose a good guy.
Let me ask you a deep question. Is there anything worse for a guy than getting cheated on?
Sadly, there is. I think a lot of guys here, that's their biggest fear, being with someone and that person
doing something behind their back. I believe the worst thing for a guy is when someone is in a relationship and stays in a relationship but completely quits in every single way, from an emotional standpoint, from an obligatory standpoint, and they just stay existing there, taking up space while being completely absent in every other way. And that's not an immediate cut, you feel it, but you can have prolonged situations with this masculine feminine dynamic that extend for years, and they create like a real hollow center to life for both people, that one's maybe building in a certain direction for them and whatever, and it results in emptiness. I think that's a lot worse than cheating.
Let me say something that was hard to admit. The hardest thing I ever did was walk away from someone I still loved. Not because the love was gone, but because I was disappearing. I gave it everything. My whole heart, my time, my talent, my treasure, my energy, my patience. And I kept shrinking just to keep the connection alive. Choosing myself didn't stop the pain. It actually got worse at first. But staying, that was costing me my peace, my confidence, my sense of self. There's a verse that says, God gives strength to the weary and lifts those who are worn down. I lived that. Walking away didn't mean I failed. It finally meant that I listened to the part of me that was begging to be protected. And here's why this matters for you. If you are tired, but still loving, if you are hurting, but still hoping, that doesn't mean that you are weak. It don't. It means that you're human. You see, and I need you to know this, sometimes the bravest love is loving yourself enough to walk away from the very thing that is breaking you. You don't lose love by choosing yourself. You save the parts of you that will be needed for the life God is building next. Believe that.
The whole men having a fear of commitment, sometimes we got to be honest. It's not a fear of commitment, it's that you're not really into that woman like that. Because you'll see situations where a man could even be in a relationship with one woman 5 years, talking about, I don't believe in marriage. Finally, they break up. 6 months later, he's engaged to somebody else. It's the fact that he did not really feel she was the one. But unfortunately, a lot of men rationalize why they still should be with this woman, give it a try, or she possesses things that he could use in the moment, so he holds on to that. Now, also, the fear of breaking up or walking away is also because men tend to have less of a support system outside their relationships. Like, women more likely have friends, have family. I speak to a lot of men who feel like, I can't leave her because I got no one else. And so they feel, I hate to use the word trapped, but they just don't feel like they can go anywhere else, but it doesn't get talked about a lot. So you'll see a lot of men who, and then if we're talking about marriage, there's the whole fear of splitting half the money, all this stuff. Even though you got some dudes who ain't even got money, worried about losing half the money.
So what's 17 divided by 2?
But it's a conversation that happens over and over and over again. All that to say, I think a man has to be honest with himself about, one, do you want something serious in your life? Do you want a committed relationship? If this woman is not really it, don't waste her time. Don't waste her time. Don't waste your time.
So all the men from my previous post saying that they have found peace by being alone and they're not trying to date because they just want peace. Are you trying to say that we don't bring peace to your life?
Oh, they didn't try to say anything. They flat out said that they'd rather be by themselves and peaceful than to be with some of the women that are available out there.
I have to disagree.
Of course there would be some women that have to disagree with that statement because they simply cannot bring themselves to believe that many men, especially after seeing what's out there in the dating market, would rather be single, and they're actually happier being so.
I do not think that if a woman that you so desired was available to you, you would choose peace over commitment, good meals with conversation, and things like that. So I'm going to call your bluff.
Some women simply don't get it. Because none of those things that were listed are actually what brings a man peace in a relationship. And if we're being really honest with ourselves, most men can get all of those perks of being in a relationship without actually being in one. So quite frankly, ladies, some of you are going to have to start accepting that men can be happy by themselves. I know that comes as a surprise.
Now, I got my kids on babysitter. I got the babysitter shit, $40 tonight.
You're a
I'm
mom?
out tonight.
Hey, you're a mom?
No, I got mom too,
Give me a little spin. Hey, Mom, what will you rate yourself?
I got 2 kids, huh?
What will you rate yourself, Mom?
A 10.
10?
A 10.
Why do you call yourself a 10?
Because I'm a 10.
You're a 10. Why do you think that?
A 10. What do you mean?
Why do you think that?
Because my personality.
Well, I'll give you about a 6.
What the shorter than me? What the give me a 6 for? If you're taller than me, maybe you give me a 6. The fuck? Yeah, give me a 6.
What is the most childish reason you cut off a man? He has an IG highlight named Face Card. He told me he doesn't chase women. I told him, okay, go find your man. He called me bougie for putting on lotion. He used this emoji in every He told me he's a rapper at 41. Ain't no way. Spelled audacity is order city. Come pick me up. Blocked. Woke up one morning and looked at him and said, knock. He called me big money because I paid for it. He asked me, how's my day so far? At 8 a.m. If their last name is ugly or weird, I do not want that for my futures. He bought a ring light for TikTok. Complaining about how much he spent on dates I didn't even ask for. Okay. His friend had a turtleneck. He was so excited to talk about it. He was walking sneaky. Please explain. No future plans. Said he'll go wherever life blows.
Okay, to the girl that said that veneers stink, can you chill out? Can you chill out? Because I cannot stop doing this breath test. I'm in everybody's face asking them if my breath stinks every 5 seconds. And now I'm kind of regretting getting veneers because I don't want to be known as the stinky breath. I constantly have to water floss. I constantly have to floss. I constantly brush my teeth. But still, like, I don't want to be known as the breath that stinks. Like, I don't want to be known as that. Like, having a Colgate smile and then your mouth stinks. And guys, I did my teeth like 6 years ago. I kind of regret not looking further on other treatments for a perfect smile, because my teeth, I promise you, they were not crooked. They were not, I didn't have a gap. Like, all I had, honestly, I did have like a little a shark tooth, you know, like a pointy tooth, which is like in my genes. Like, I'm passing it down because my son has it now. But yeah, I really didn't need all this. I just wanted like an extension. Like, I just wanted a little longer because my teeth were also small, like micro, tiny, small. And I just wanted to have like adult teeth. I didn't want these tiny teeth. And I never smiled because of that reason. I didn't like my smile. But now that it's being spread around that people with veneers have stinky breath, can you stop doing that? Because some of us actually like invest in our smile. We invest in our like toothpaste and mouthwash. Like, we try to use the best of the best.
They want a leader. They want a masculine man, but they don't want to be feminine, right? Because the flip side of this is when you want a guy that's not so passive, that's your cue, honey, to be passive. It's your cue to be, dare I say it, you ready for it? Submissive. To be submissive to your man. And that doesn't mean he's going to abuse you. That means that the man of the house is the man of the house, right? So you want to have your cake and eat it too. You want your guy to speak up, but not so loud that he actually tells you that what you're doing is actually horseshit and you need to stop doing that or he's going to be out, right? You want to be able to like control the situation in exactly the way you want to control it. At the end of the day, guys, listen, you're not going to please the grass is greener woman. You're not going to please her. Stop trying. Pick her is the message here. Just don't pick her.
If you're a dude and you're going out with a girl and she lets you hit on the first date, do not cuff that girl up. Do not wife that girl up. Because if she's letting you hit on the first date, she's definitely letting other people hit on the first date. And ladies, stop letting them hit on the first date. The reason why you're probably getting walked over and stepped on by men is because you're allowing them to have the most intimate part of your body for free. You're just giving up the most intimate thing you could ever offer anyone in your life for free. They're not doing anything for you. They're basically just using you, and you're allowing that. Some of you might be sitting here saying, oh, Jack, you're sexist, like you're misogynist. No, you control the access to sex. If you say no, no means no. A guy could be sitting there saying he wants to have sex 100 times, but until you say yes, it's a no, because you control the access to your body. The reason why you can't find a good guy is because you're literally just offering up your body for free. Like, you're not being selective. Make them wait. Make them work for it. Like, don't just give it up for free. Like, don't hit on the first date, second date, third date. Wait a month and see if that guy's still there. And if he's still there, that's a good quality guy who isn't just using you for your body. Start loving yourself enough to not just give your body away for free.
So when a woman is accused of against a man, I am always going to ask what that man did.
Excuse me. But why exactly would anyone be asking the victim why they were accused? I thought we were supposed to believe all victims.
Because it's not enough to simply say, well, if it was a man, we wouldn't ask these questions.
Oh, yes? It absolutely is enough to say that. Because if it was a woman being accused, people would be shamed for asking what exactly she did to deserve to be accused. But apparently, when it's a man who's the victim, there must be a reason.
Well, because men have patriarchal power, right? Like, you can't simply just divorce the power that men have from their behavior and say, well, it's all the same. It's like, well, no, it isn't.
Really? Well, isn't that funny? Because the last time that I checked was something that was considered to be not only very wrong, but it's also considered to be a crime. But apparently, as long as the perpetuator of that particular crime is a certain gender, now we ask the criminal why they committed the crime against the victim, and also ask the victim what they did to deserve to be victimized. My goodness, apparently this is only acceptable in the warped reality that some individuals live in, where blatant sexism is perfectly acceptable.
Hey, green hat. Green hat, right? Yes. You didn't happen to be making fun of me, were you, when I was posing?
When you were flexing the wings, I was like, yeah.
Okay. Okay. It was curious because I turned around and you were like, I guess copying me. I can't ever tell if it's admiration or like making fun of me. As soon as I saw you, you stopped doing it.
Yeah,
and you can imagine how that would make someone feel if they're kind of already putting themselves out there, and then I turn around and I see that you're kind of like mimicking me.
You look fucking great.
It was respectful.
I swear to God.
Okay.
I promise you. Come on.
Okay.
You look fucking amazing.
I gotta make sure.
I promise.
Sometimes it's just worth speaking up, but I mean, I just want to be cool about it.
Of course.
All right, appreciate it. Thanks.
Hey, green shirt, get the f over yourself. Did bro not compliment you like, I don't know, 5 times? Also, do y'all realize how tired normal people are of people like you recording everything at the gym and then getting mad at people for watching you because you're putting yourself out there? Did the guy in the blue shirt behind you give his consent to be in your video? No? Oh, also, green shirt. Lay off the creatine.
And you can sit up here and say, oh, is there a man that's willing to help? Is there a man that's willing to kind of show that chivalry and stuff like that? But I think a bigger question you should probably be asking, and maybe it's probably a bigger problem, is, am I willing to give back? Am I willing to be feminine? Am I willing to nurture? Am I willing to put in effort, right? Am I willing to say, okay, I appreciate what you're doing? A lot of women think that chivalry is only one-sided, and a man is only supposed to do certain things, right? But let's look at your version of chivalry. What is it that you do? And then when we start asking those questions, we come right back on to the question that men be asking women, modern women, and they get upset. What do you bring to the table? What is it that you can do? How is it when I'm supporting you? How is it that you can support me? How can you support a family? Do you want to support a family? What type of person are you? And that's usually when modern women crash out and they don't want to answer those type of questions.